Boosh. That was quite smooth for once. Are we too loud? That was too loud. I don't know. I found out the computer volume had turned itself down after I'd just done that video. So if I'm too loud, you'll have to tell me. Hello, everyone. Scuba, how you doing? Vape first, live later. There we go. That's it. Just got a bit of vape mail come through, so I thought I want to show you all about it. Bit of a surprise, really. I've been out the loop for a couple of weeks. I've been over in Spain doing Spanishy things. And then all of a sudden the postman's just been and a lot of e-liquids just turned up, which I wasn't actually expecting. So I'm going to show you now. Now, I did hear a rumour that a certain brand has been released over here that used to be in Australia that no longer can be. And it's just turned up, so I'm presuming it's going to be really quick. So I've been out the loop a little bit, been out the Zoom rooms, been out everywhere. So thank you. Anyway, hopefully not too loud. So good evening, good afternoon. But I always say evening, I don't know why. Good afternoon, Ian Thomas. Good afternoon, Scuba. RNS, good afternoon to you, or in good morning, probably where you are still, is it? Must be 5 hours before. Cheech, how you doing? You're just here for the vape mail. You're very, very welcome. Nice to see you. I'm going to, at some point, I'm going to release the members for this month because I haven't had a chance because I haven't been on. Anyway, this is what I'm vaping on today. I'm vaping on this, which is the Onyx, which is the long fill. I've just done a thing about how you mix this up if you've never been a mixer before. Quite easy, really. But say if you've not been a mixer before, it might be worth watching for you, or it might just be interesting for something to watch in the middle of the afternoon too. And I've got the Cobalt as well. Actually bought by me for me to use those. Didn't come out from anybody at all, only from the person I bought it from. So hopefully we'll be all right. Hello, Cheryl. How you doing? Nice to see you. I don't know. Can't really expect loads of people to come in middle of the afternoon on a hump day. Cars in the garage. Just having some new suspension fitted to the front. So we've got a nice big bill to look forward to for that. Always a bonus when you've just got back off your holidays. You cab drivers, you must make an absolute fortune. No, definitely not. So hope you're all doing really well. So I've just been messing about doing videos. I've got a few bits to do. I've also got a lot more to do now. I still haven't done these, which is pretty unfair, really. I've got a couple still from Vape Monsters. They're cakes and shakes. I'm going to do those before I do these other ones. These are a lovely range. If they're still, I think they've sold it all, to be honest. Hopefully we're going to get some more in, because this is, it's not a massively expensive e-liquid, and it's also got a shiny label, which my camera hates. I think it's picking up Mickey Love. No, it's not going to have it, is it? Well, that one's the Apple Blackberry Pie, which I haven't done yet. And this one is the Cherry Bakewell Tart, which should also be absolutely lovely. On top of the other two that I've already done, which is the Vanilla Toffee Cheesecake, which is gorgeous. So I don't know whether it's where the camera is. I think it's picking up that Mickey. There we go. We've actually got it to focus. And that rhubarb shake is lovely. That's a really punchy rhubarb. I'm quite a fan of rhubarb vapes anyway. I've got that much stuff all over the place. It's always the same. So what I did when I went away, the place where I went, you weren't allowed to vape on the beach. Vaping or smoking on the beach. You got this dystopian speaker that went off. It was a bit like 1984. You will not smoke, you will not vape on the beach. Quite a few people did, but I chose not to bother because I think it's about a €1,700 fine if they actually catch you. But I didn't see him doing anybody, but I didn't want to take them on just in case. When you're in somebody else's country, you have to behave, don't you? So I behaved properly, like a proper citizen, did as I was told. George Orwell would have been proud of me. Have we got enough people? Let's do this. Membership gift, and let's do 5. Come on, let's do 5. I bet Cheech gets one. Oh, it's swirling. Is that a good thing? Or is it a bad thing? It's not really working for me, to be honest. I've run out of internets. It's not enjoying that. I don't know what's happened there. But it ain't going to do it, I don't think. Let's click on that. No. Not on. No. What? No vaping on the beach? Oh, heck. Maybe it was the resort owned by... Otherwise... Hang on. No, it's actually law. Smoking and vaping on the beach in Alicante area of Spain. I think in around Benidorm area, you were actually allowed to vape, but not like where I was, you weren't allowed to smoke or vape. You know, it's really warm in here, and I can't find the remote control for the aircon. God knows what I've done with that. You know, when you tidy your desk up, and then you have to come back and tidy it up again, and then two minutes later you look, there's about 10 things on the bloody bench. Or on the desk, should I say. God knows where it's gone. It's warm here today. We've had some decent sunshine again. I don't even know where it is. Places. Well, it's life, isn't it? It's the way it's all getting, isn't it, really? Big Brother's taking over. After the sea came over, people got used to telling you what to do, and they can't stop doing it now, so... I'm just going to have to go into here and get the chat back up again because it's messed it all up with doing that. If you hear me talking, you'll have to listen to me, but I don't know why that's done that, to be honest. YouTube Studio. You'd think I'd actually know what I'm doing on this, wouldn't you, by now? Now, the other day I went live just for about 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and then all of a sudden I got today they've put it behind the age gate, so I think that's going to be the way forward. So what I said was I'm going to put the rest of my stuff, I think, behind an age gate because there's no point in not doing, because they'll only do it anyway. So really, if you want to watch what I'm going to be putting on, you're going to have to log into YouTube. It's not a massive thing, is it? But some people don't like giving they feel that they're giving things away, identification and all that sort of thing. But I suppose that you've just got to do what you're told, don't you, sometimes? No, we're not giving any of them away today. Because it's just done it again, so I don't know what's happening with that. Whether it's scrapped that, I don't know, but it's just swirling. So let's try that one more time. When I first started doing this, I'd be all flustered by this point. But I'm an old hack at it now, so try it one more time. I wonder why that is. You probably have to have... Probably all the members have left, have they? Maybe that's what it is. Oh, it's saying the stream. What's all that about? No, I don't know. God. Waste of time. I don't know whether God knows. I don't know what that means. Anyway, I can't give you any memberships because it won't let me. This is because the bitrate's wrong. Memberships. Membership gifting. No. That ain't going to work anyway, is it? Well, this isn't making a very good stream, is it? One second and I'll just forget about that. It's the first time it's done that on me, to be fair. I don't know how you alter that, to be honest. When you use stream, can you change it through that then? God knows. It's probably because there's only 6 people here. You can't give 5 away if there's only 6 people here, can you really? We'll forget about that till another day. Well, you're not very chatty, you lot. Bloody hell, what's going on? Right, so let's do this. Move things about so I can actually not knock things over. It'll be better. It seems to be better if you go on your phone and do it, you know. You put it up. It's a bit like TikTok where they actually put your live stream in the shorts feed, which is quite cool. So I've got my camera ready. Let's move them out of the way. So we've got the full range out from Licious. I know Licious is launching in the UK because obviously Faddy is the guy, and so it's coming out in the UK. So you'll be able to buy it over in the UK, which is only really Ian, I think, and Cheech. I think Cheech mixes his own. So let's go through the flavours that these are. I've actually tried this one before. Nick will give me a bottle of this. It's a strawberry swirl. Now, these are quite a sweet e-liquid. They're really, really nice. And it's a small batch artisan flavour, which is basically, that describes exactly what it is. That is a really nice strawberry, to be fair. Hopefully I'm not going to do anything that I'm not supposed to. And then there's the apple pie crumble. Look at these labels, all shinied up and that, embossed. Apple pie crumble. Obviously, as it says there, this is 100 mils in a 120 milligram bottle, 120 milliliter bottle. So you get 120 when you put the Nick shots in. I actually bought some of this for myself a while back because Bunny sells it over in Northern Ireland. Anybody got any ideas where I can find coils for a falcon? On here, I'll just go on Amazon and there'll be someone there, but you can't do that where you are, can you? Anyway, that's Faddy's lemon tart. So I ain't tried that one because I thought it was the other one. So I definitely haven't tried lemon tart, but I will like that because I do like lemon. And I'm a bit of a tart. That should be nice. And look at that one. Raspberry white choc cheesecake. I bet he's pinched that one off me. I did I can't think what it was now, white chocolate one. It was beautiful. I'd never tried any sort of, well, I made did I make a chocolate? No, I made a coffee and it was vile. This is the one I have tried. This is absolutely beautiful, this stuff. Banana butterscotch custard. It sounds as good as what it is. So I'm trying to avoid. I'm trying to avoid any social medias on the back because they catch you out with stuff like that. And barcodes, they're another thing, aren't they? They don't like them either. I've heard about this one but never tried it. I'm going to do a knuckle test on that one because I've never tried it. They say this is absolutely beautiful. They made a good job of them labels, didn't they? What's not too sweet? Banana butterscotch? No, it's not. They are sweet because they're a commercial liquid, but they're sweeter than what they would be if you mix for yourself, because I don't tend to put a lot of sweetener in. But wow, that's nice. Chocolate eclair. You can even get that, you know, that the chocolate that they put on the top of a chocolate eclair, that bittersweet. I can't remember what they call it. Like a Belgian chocolate. It's beautiful. That looks pretty serious, that, doesn't it? Ooh. Nice. This is a new one out. They've released it already. Come on over. I'm in Virginia, US. This is his new one. Boysenberry jam scone. For you Americans, just call it a biscuit because you call everything else a biscuit. So it's quite easy. Wow. Is that what a boysenberry tastes like then? I don't think I've ever tasted that. Bit of a tang to it on the knuckle. And then that bakery underneath. I think that'll be a nice vape, that. A bit more of a sour tart taste to it. Should be good. Looking forward to trying them, and I'll do a review on each one. And only raining on me. Is it you chucking it down? I say it's really warm here, and I can't find the bloody remote for the air conditioning. Back in a minute. I'm going to borrow the one out of the other room. Here we go. Cool it down a bit. Raining for 3 days here on the eastern. Bloody hell. I know in Europe they've had some terrible weather in Europe. It's washed cars away and all sorts of things. But I mean, everybody says England's the place for rain, but they've had it really, really bad. Like the Czech Republic, where it's usually 30 odd degrees at this time of year, and they've it's absolutely thrown it down and washed all the vehicles down the street. So. Crazy. And they call it global warming. We've got some really nice weather for this time of year. You do get some decent... Hello, Sean. How you doing? Nice to see you. Yeah. So we went to Prague last year because in the Czech Republic, and normally that time of year it's absolutely bloody red hot. And we went, and you needed a pair of long trousers on and a bit of a jacket. It was really cool. Oh, you're out flying, are you? Nice. Oh, that aircon. Be 10 minutes, it'll be too cold in it. Because it's getting to that time of year where there's no humidity. And when the humidity drops, it soon gets cool when you get out in the sun. So that'll be the next thing. I'll be turning it back off again. It's just got a little bit stuffy because they've decided to come and do some work on some houses at the end. They're still a local authority, belong to the local authority, and they've been doing some damp course. So they've been drilling holes in the wall and then squirting that stuff in. Insulation, should I say. And so obviously it's a terraced house, so it vibrates all the way up the house. Oh, well, you better get a fly in then. I didn't see any of this year. I saw people, fastened to the back of the boats, parascending and stuff like that. But where we were just there, they weren't flying about. The other side of Spain, where we normally go, it's constant. They're flying there all the time. But I didn't get anybody to film this time. So let's discuss flavours. Which out of those would any of you try? Which is your thing? Do you like banana? Do you like boysenberry? Do you like chocolate? Do you like banana? Or what about a lemon? Nice. Let's just try that lemon on the knuckle. All right. Rain and light wind. Is it still warm? Oh, that's nice. Is it still warm over there? Or is it going now? A friend of mine lives in Canada and they've had the first snow. He immigrated from over here and then decided to go out there. I think he spends most of his time throughout the year riding around Florida near Arnie, and his wife ends up stuck in all that bloody snow and that. So I bet she really like it. Your eating's come on already. Yeah, well, yeah. We certainly entered it on. It's really stuffy in here. We had some new windows fitted probably 5 years ago, and they really do. It lets the heat in. That's why we had this aircon done, because you get to 4 o'clock in the morning, it warms up in the bedroom that much. And then you open the windows and there's everybody's bloody dog barking and cars coming past. Near NASA Wadocks, there's a place. Yeah, it is. It's beautiful today. We didn't get back. I got back midnight Sunday from Spain. We'd had 30 degrees in the daytime for a couple of weeks, but the last 2 days got down to 24, and I think by this time at night you'll probably need a light jacket, whereas we've been sat outside the whole time we were there. Went up from the beach and they've got the beer glasses out the fridge, and that first slug that you got was like half a mouthful of ice and half a mouthful of beer. It's absolutely gorgeous, this beer, and I can't remember what it was called. But thankfully I'm going back in a few weeks. So this time on a lads do. So I'm looking forward to that. I really do enjoy going to Benidorm with the lads. It's just a real chilled out, boozy sort of affair. It's brilliant. Oh, is that other bottle of strawberry that Nick sent me? Or Nick gave me, they do. So that was a big shock. It was actually addressed to Mickey Love. Came DPD. So there you go, Mickey Love. Presumably it must have come out from Wick Liquor, because they're the ones that's on the label. But there was no letter, no covering letter, just a big bottle of e-liquid and Nick shots. So I look forward to vaping them. It's coming to that time now where it's a little bit cooler at night. So I'll be able to get off the mouth to lung at night and get stuck into some serious vaping. Throughout the year, throughout the summer when it's been quite warm, I haven't really used a lot of mechs and stuff like that, because it just gets a bit too warm, doesn't it, when you're vaping it. So. Yeah, but get my gear. What's it say? Yeah, but get my gear will be in the outside of a truck. I don't want. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, exactly. Have you got a? Is it a pickup then, Scuba, that you use, like a pickup truck? Is that what your vehicle is? Do you get a cowboy app free with it? Used to switch this channel on at this time in the afternoon, and there'd be 50 people in as quick as anything. But I think when you don't sort of go live as often as what you used to, people sort of get used to not coming in. Although the subscribers are going up, even though I don't post as much. They're probably, pleased not to hear from me. You never know, do you? There you go, it's too cold in here now. Oh, that's a funny noise. It's all right, it's just switching itself off. But yeah, none worse is it howling rain. Just before I went away, when I first bought my car, obviously it was a second-hand one, and you don't get a warranty on a cab. As you put it into the right-hand lock reverse, and you've got a bit of a crack coming out the somewhere. It sounded like a suspension crack, and then about 2 weeks before I went away, all of a sudden this noise went away, and then it replaced itself with a squeaking noise. So I took it down the garage. I said, "What's that squeaking noise?" He said, "The front shockers have gone." So that's obviously what the cracking noise was before. So 2 front shockers and 2 ball joints we're having today. But I've done 14,000 miles in that car since March. So it's a fair wonder, so you can't moan. It's like a year's running for most people, and some people don't do 14,000 miles in 5 years, do they? So I can't complain. It's a nice vehicle. And I can't think what else I had. All right, hello, Cloud Chucker. How you doing, mate? Nice to see you. We love you. I've just been trying to give some memberships away, but for some reason it won't let me. Let's see if it'll let me do it now. No, just spinning. So that's not going to happen for some reason. Whether it's because the bit rate's a bit low, and I'll just leave it on for a minute, see if it does it. You never know, it might do it. Whether they've changed that and it doesn't do it anymore, but I don't know. I haven't done it for about 6 weeks. But it just, member for 13 months. We love you. There you go. You see, lovely. The other channel's not doing too bad. Got up to 4,500, I think, nearly. 4 4 I think. 4. It's actually started to gain its own memberships now. I promoted some of the, to get its own subscribers. I promoted some of the videos. And it's got it up there. The watch time hours are up at 1,600, I think, now. Or very nearly 1,600. And you've got to get up to 3,000 before you can put members on. and you've got to get up to 4,000 before they'll actually monetize your videos properly. But the videos on there get a lot more views than what these do because it's not such a niche market. I've done a few on phones and they go really well. One of them I did got over 2,500 views. So it's an easier way of doing it, and you're not worried about them putting age-gated videos on or giving you a strike because you've put something on that they don't want you to put on or anything like that. So it's quite easy and quite an easy channel to upload to. My wife's at work. She swapped a shift this week because Lou had to have an appointment on Monday, so she went with Lou on Monday and then decided to do Wednesday instead. So I'm home alone until 11 o'clock tonight. So I don't know, I've got a nice bottle of gin. I've got to cut down on the old beer because I'm starting to get a bit too porky, to be honest. I do love an IABV lager, but then the trouble is it's completely full of sugar, so I'm going to cut down. I might just drink cock like Scuba does. I'm going to put these bloody things on again. It's not going to do it. I'm not sure why that's not happening. I'll have to Google it and find out if they've stopped doing it or whether there's a reason for it. Whether I might be in the Naughty Boys Club, you never know. They can only be a bit funny, can't they? So the age restricted the video the other day. It was 15 minutes long. And it wasn't really anything of a video, only a little bit of vaping, that was all. But there's one thing about Google, you can't argue with them because it's theirs, isn't it? It belongs to them. And that's all you can do, really. I know with the build videos I used to do, or I did do, they age restricted them, but you could probably understand that because you're putting wire coils into a device. But you know, just a little bit of blowing a cloud out, you wouldn't have thought they'd bother, would you, really? Be interested to see what they come up with the vaping over here, because they're obviously going to do something, aren't they? Because that's the type of people they are. They can't stop. I ain't really got a lot to show you, to be honest. I just thought I'd come on and do the introduction to that e-liquid because it's very, very nice when they send it out to you. I've also got a lot of Nick shots as well. So I've got them to do. I quite like doing those phones as well on the other channel. That seems to work out well. People are interested in retro things, aren't they? Everybody can remember the first Nokia, can't they? Diddly-doo-doo. So they're quite easy to do. But there's not a lot of innovation at the minute, is there? So I do like this. I really do like this. That's actually come because it came from head office, I think, or maybe from China or something like that. It actually came out with a 3mm pod. And that pod's now been in there nearly 3 weeks. And it's a cracking thing. Do you mix it all, Cheryl, or do you just buy it? I should imagine it's quite expensive over there, isn't it? Just depending where you buy it from. Because it's only shops, isn't it, where you can get it from. These were a good value. These were £7. If you're into your, I don't think you get them over there though, but over here, that's an absolute steal because it's 60 mils of, not for me, but 60 mils of Nick salts in there, and 60 mils of Nick salts would be £30, and they're £7, and that's what it comes out with the things to make it up. So you've got 60 mils of mouth to lung e-liquid for £7 something plus shipping, and that's an absolute steal over here. Yeah, some of the older devices are better than the new ones, exactly, yeah. I bought these very, very cheaply off a site a while back that was sort of doing a bit of a sell-up. And I chucked them in. I have a bag that I'd taken on holiday with me. And they'd still been in there when I went to go on holiday again, they were still in there from when I came back last time. Yeah, I was surprised. I went to I'd started vaping in 2016, and I went to Orlando. And at the time, the place used to be absolutely full of vape shops. No, we don't need money, Mike. Bloody hell, giving any money away. You'll keep it for yourself. Thank you very much. That's very, very kind of you. Bless you. Well, bless you, but say you really don't need to do it. I don't think you get a lot of value at the minute, to be honest. I've been concentrating on that other channel, and Sue's altered the shift, so she's in on she's in at 11 o'clock at night now instead of working nights, and I didn't realise how much of it I used to do in the middle of the night. And she's now sort of home at 11 o'clock, and you don't sort of do it. Yeah, smoke. Well, we were sort of brought up on smoke because my local vape shop at the time, that's all it really sold. And to be honest, they used to do some decent gear. Some of it wasn't amazing, was it? Like the old TVF V4s and that. When you went back to them after a couple of years, they were like vaping cardboard. $25 a bottle. It's very kind of you, might say. You really haven't got to. You're already a member. You don't need to put any more in. But it was when I went over to America that time, I was expecting to come get some really cheap juice because we were buying it over here at what we thought was a premium. And when I went over there, it was the same price over there as what it was over here. They only stock what sells. Yeah. I don't buy a lot of e-liquid, to be honest, because I mix my own. And obviously we've been doing reviews and that. I still have quite a lot left from that. So I don't tend to buy any really, but I did want to support the lads and buy these, and I actually wanted to do a video and show people how you mixed them up as well, because I thought for people that have never mixed anything before in their life, it's a bit of a thing, isn't it? Once you've mixed an e-liquid, you actually feel quite proud of yourself because you always imagine it's beyond you. It's like the first time you ever put coils into a device, when you've always got somebody else to do it for you because you didn't feel confident. When you actually do it, it's a real confidence booster. You think you're getting going on, aren't you? You're getting on a bit further with your vaping journey, and I sort of enjoyed that. But the thing is with John's coils, you put them in, and then might have had them in a year, and you don't use the device that often, and they're probably going to last another year. And the other thing is, I suppose, with some of these coils that you get now, these coils in here, these iTank coils, they're absolutely banging, and you just sort of so easy. You don't have to do anything to them. You don't got to re-wick them. You just put them in and just use them. What, coffee for drinking or coffee for vaping? I bet you'd like this, Cheryl. If you like a coffee vape, you'd like that chocolate eclair, because there is a massive relationship in there with chocolate vapes and coffee vapes, really. I've just been watching, I don't know if you're going to get it over there. I don't know if you get Clarkson's Farm on Amazon, because they were the ones that did the Grand Tour, and they've just finished doing that now. And they did a thing called Clarkson's Farm, and they've opened a pub. And one of the blokes who I watch that does beer reviews, he's just been to this pub that they've opened. It's a huge place. It's a massive gastro pub. Obviously off the back of the TV show, so at the minute it's packed, absolutely packed, and you can't get in. And the guy who did it, he went to have a look around the pub, and they invited him to look around the brewery that supplies the beer for the place. And that was far more interesting than the pub, to be honest. They've just started making a nitro Guinness, so I love Guinness. I actually love beer a bit too much, really, but I say I need a diet beer. If I don't watch it, I won't be able to get in the bloody car. I don't know, I've put a lot of weight on you. So I'm going to have to take stock of myself. Sadly, while I was away, one of my close friends, he met his maker. He just had a heart attack and died. And now every time I've actually put anything in my mouth, my wife's like, "Oh, you really need to lose some weight," and she's probably not wrong. Yeah, Dilly Scott Farm, yeah, but he's the pub called. It used to be called the Windmill, and they've took it over and called it the Dog and Gun or the Dog and Parrot or something. And it's huge. It's absolutely huge. And they've got the old Grand Tour tent that they used to use. They've got that there, and it's a merchandise tent. And then they've got something else there. You can get fast food outside, and it's all English produce. You can't get any ketchup because it doesn't come from England, so they don't sell ketchup or they don't supply it. You get English mustard made locally. He's done a real good job of supporting the farmers because nobody else does over it. They'll just think you can buy your food in tins. They don't realise it has to grow first. He was saying that his own sausages is worked out at 78 pence each. That's how much it costs to produce them. And they can buy them in at 20 pence each from abroad. But it's cheap meat and there's no flavour left in it. We have quite a few butchers over here. I don't know if it's the same where you are, Mike. But when you get the meat home, it's awful. You know, it's real cheap and knotty and all full of muscle and stuff like that. And everybody thinks that a steak should be £5. But the reason it's £5 is because it's absolutely bloody awful. That's it, the farmer's dog. Have you been eating? I bet you live round there, don't you? I know Benny went to Diddley Squat Farm and he said you just queue up and queue up and queue up and everything that's in there is an absolute fortune. But I suppose it's not an absolute fortune. It might be the real price that we should be paying if they want all these cheap imports. And if you've got to keep your own stuff going, that's the way it is, isn't it, really? £8 for a bottle of milk. Crazy money. Anyway, how long have we been here? 40 minutes? I don't think I'm going to make the hour today, to be honest. I ain't really got out to show you. We've shown you the fluid. We've shown you the licious. We've even shown you the nick shots. Running out of things to show you. I need to get some more stuff to show you. Anyway, $25 a bottle. That's a lot of bloody money for a juice, isn't it? They were on about if the original Tory plans that are coming over here, it cost you that much, it was cheaper to smoke. So, not really sure how that works out, but hopefully they've got something else sorted out before they actually implement anything. But I know Ireland's going on the European thing where they're going to get rid of most of the flavours. Crazy, absolutely crazy. They finally found somewhere to get rid of. Yeah, that was it. I watched that one. Yeah, they didn't want you to smoke, so they've got something to get rid of it, and now they want to make it so it's not as pleasant as it was. Simon, Real Ale Craft Beer, that's exactly who I watched. Did you watch the bit in the brewery? I found it more interesting than the bit in the pub, to be honest, when he started pouring that nitro Guinness out of the bottom of that thing. That looked pretty good, that. I've tried the lager, Auxton Lager, in a bottle. It didn't really blow my socks off. It was a nice beer, but it wasn't, I suppose though, when you used to special brew, it wouldn't be, would it really? That's about what we pay here. I don't know how you ordered. I had plenty of sleep last night. I've actually managed to get a bloody infection in one of my toes. And I'm actually on antibiotics. 500 milligram ones, big ones. So there's something to tell you. I didn't realise you could get so much pain out of one toe. I had one toenail completely off when I was about 14 and then one half taken off when I was 15 and a half. And it's the one that they only half taken off. I've never had any more trouble with the other one. I was actually a member of his channel for quite some time, Ian. But then I had a bit of you start looking at what you're spending on memberships and Netflix and YouTube Premium and Zoom and every other little thing that you sign up for. And in the end, you need to work for a day to pay it once a month. So I sort of trimmed off a few bits. And that's where I am now. Simon, that's, unfortunately, I was about a year and a half because I like his reviews. I just like the way he does. He reviews the beer, but the only problem with him is you watch a beer review at 9 a.m, you think, Christ, I could do one of them. So you have to watch. I think actually he had a few weeks break at one point, didn't he? Because he'd been doing beer reviews for years and never had a week off. Yeah, stub toes. Yeah, yeah. Well, I say this is it started what it was. I'll tell you about my toes, but it always did. Even when they'd done the thing, it's just sometimes it's the shape of your toes, and it did ingrow a little bit. So I used to have to just chop it out. And just before I went to Expo, I could feel it sort of tightened up and started to get a bit sore. So I chopped it out. And when I'd been walking around the Expo for the day, I took my sock off and it was all swollen up. And that was at the beginning of May. And I've never really done anything about it. I've just put up with it being uncomfortable. And then it was only when I got back off holiday, I had a job to walk around. You know, when I was put my shoes back on first time in 2 weeks, I'd actually got a job to walk to the bloody aeroplane. And on the aeroplane, it was absolute agony. So when I got home, I took my sock off and it was all really swelled up. So I took a photograph of it and sent it off to that contact your GP. And the woman got back to me and she said, I'm going to send you some antibiotics to your chemist. And yeah, catch you later, mate. I'm going to go in a minute anyway, because so it was just one of them. I just started up just to show people this vape mail. Anyway, so she sent some antibiotics out and told me to bathe it. I bathed it this morning, then put some cream on it as well, and it's actually a lot more comfortable than it has been. But the other day it was really, blown up and angry, and it was so sore. It was like somebody cut it with a knife. So anyway, I need to tell you, from now on, I'm going to have to put this stuff behind the age gate because otherwise they're going to get really mardy. And so that's just what I'm going to have to do. So I don't know what you have to do. You have to log in or tell people who you are or whatever to be able to watch it. But there's no point in sort of losing the channel for no reason whatsoever. I might as well just do as they tell me and say on the other channel there's nothing what's banned anyway, so it should be all right. Ain't got to worry about it. So I'm going to clear off and leave you all to your afternoon. To be honest, I feel like a bit of a kip. I don't know whether it's still got the holiday thing going on. I don't know, 15 minutes. I've got to go pick my car up, so I better not go to sleep. So I'm going to love you and leave you and come back another day. I don't know when it'll be. We'll probably get a show going up sometime soon. I wanted it home last week, so I couldn't do it then. And then Benny's on tonight, and Sue's not here, so I might even sneak in on there. Show him how to mix. Anyway, thanks for coming in and watching these little things that I do. Be nice to sort of put a proper one up and get everybody in like the old days and have a bit of a laugh. I think the live streams sort of actually work a little bit better on here than what they do on my other one. The videos go better on the other one and the lives go better on here. So. Right, we'll catch you all soon. Bye-bye.